The end of despair. How to find hope. When your business is falling apart, don't give up. How to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You who are reading these words, listen carefully because they are not by chance. We, who are messengers of God, are here to bring hope to your heart, especially in such a delicate time as this. We know that you are a businessman who, in the midst of difficulties, feels lost, helpless, perhaps even without the strength to move forward. But no, there is a purpose, even in the difficulties you face now. The heavens are not oblivious to your pain. We know what it's like to see a dream that you built with so much effort, so many sleepless nights, so many personal sacrifices seem to crumble before your eyes. We know what it's like to carry the weight of responsibility, not just for yourself, but for the people who depend on your decisions, your family, your employees, your partners. Feeling like everything is falling apart can be overwhelming, but we want you to understand something profound. God sees you. He understands your tears, and He is preparing something extraordinary for your life. Yes, you are going through a desert right now, but every desert has an end, and more than that, every desert is a school. The moments of greatest difficulty are not a sign of abandonment, but of a call to trust even more in the purpose that God is aligning for you. Perhaps this is the moment when He is redirecting your steps, changing the route to something even greater than you dreamed of. It's an opportunity to rebuild not only your company, but also your values, your motivations, and most importantly, your connection with the One who can transform all things. As angels, we want you to know that the doors that have closed are not the end. They are divine redirections. What appears to be bankruptcy to human eyes can be the fertile ground where God will plant the seeds of a new vision. Perhaps you have become so attached to your company, to your work model, that you have lost sight of the true purpose for which you were called. This painful pause could be the space God needs to redefine your mission. Open your eyes to opportunities you didn't see. We do not deny that the path is difficult. There are days when it seems impossible to maintain hope, when bills pile up, clients disappear, and ideas seem to dry up. But it's exactly on these days that you need to remember that you are not alone. God doesn't just see you, He sent help, and we are here to remind you of that. He has placed people at His side who can bring words of encouragement, unexpected resources, and innovative ideas. But most of all, He is with you, breathing courage into your spirit, whispering hope into your heart. There is a strength within you that has not yet been fully tapped. The lessons you learn in this valley prepare you for an even higher mountain. You are called to lead, and true leadership is born in the fire of adversity. These challenges are shaping you, not to destroy you, but to make you more resilient, wiser, more human. Understand, prosperity is not just the money that enters your account. It's the impact you generate, it's the good you spread, it's the transformation that your company can bring to the lives around you. Perhaps God is calling you to rebuild, but this time with more solid foundations, with values that reflect His kingdom. Let us remember something crucial. Your identity is not in what you do or what you have. Your identity lies in who you are before God, a beloved child, created with an eternal purpose. When you reconnect with this truth, you unlock the ability to see your current situation in a new light. You are more than the circumstances you face. You are the entrepreneur God chose to impact this world, and nothing, not even bankruptcy, can steal that from you. Now get up, rebuild with the tools that God has already given you: faith, vision, determination. And remember, we are on your side. Move forward with the certainty that heaven is working for you, preparing the way for a new stage, a new chance, a new miracle. And when the right time comes, and it will come, you will see that even ruins can become the foundation of a glorious future. This journey you are on now is not the end, it's just a transition. The moments of pain that seem endless are the ground where God plants the seeds of a future that is greater, stronger, and more aligned with the purpose for which you were created. Believe your losses, however devastating they may seem, are being worked on to become gains that go beyond what you can comprehend at this moment. As angels, we want to reinforce that crises are not the last word on your life. They are tools in the hands of the Creator to carve something extraordinary. There are hidden treasures in every difficulty, lessons that will transform the way you lead, how you see the world, how you care for the people around you. This is a time of re-evaluation, of refinement, of renewal. Allow yourself to stop for a moment and reflect. Ask yourself, what is this experience trying to teach me? Perhaps it is a call to trust more in God and less in your own strength. Perhaps it is an opportunity to identify priorities that have become obscured by routine and the pressure to grow at any cost. Maybe it's time to rediscover why you started, what moves you, what really matters. God wants you to know that what you build with Him is unshakable. It may seem like you're starting from scratch, but in fact, you're starting with a much more solid foundation than before. You are no longer alone in this construction. The burden is no longer yours alone, because He is carrying it with you. He's sending you the help you need, perhaps through a new partnership, an idea that seems unlikely, or an unexpected client. Be alert, because signs of His provision are all around you. In the meantime, strengthen your mind and heart with the truth of who God is. He is the owner of all gold and all silver. He is the God who multiplies little, who transforms impossibilities into miracles. He is the God who opens doors that no one can close and who closes doors that would not take you to where you should be. He sees beyond what you can see now and is leading you down a path that will make sense when you look back and connect the dots. Understand that apparent failure does not define you, but what you do after it can transform your story. Rise up, not with the weight of guilt or fear, but with the determination of someone who knows that the best is yet to come. Reorganize your priorities, reimagine what is possible, and rebuild with the knowledge that God is ahead, guiding every step. We know that the voices of doubt are loud. They whisper that you have lost everything, that there is no way back. But we are here to tell you that these voices lie. God did not bring you here to abandon you. He's doing something new, something you can't fully see yet, but it's unfolding exactly as it should. Trust the process. Reconstruction may be slow, but it is profound. The skills, resilience, and faith you are developing now are the most valuable resources you can take into the future. God is transforming you into not only a successful business owner, but someone who leads with compassion, purpose, and vision. And when the new opportunity arises, and it will, you will be ready. You will see that every tear, every sleepless night, every prayer whispered in despair was worth it. What God is preparing for you is not just a rebirth, it is a resurrection, a new chance to live the fullness of the purpose He has for your life and your company. So don't stop now. Stand up, trust, and move forward with courage. We are by your side, guiding you, whispering words of hope and encouragement, reminding you that all of heaven is rooting for you. Your future is still being written, and the best pages are yet to come. Remember, every step you take toward rebuilding is a statement of faith. Even if circumstances still seem confusing, every move you make with determination, every decision guided by wisdom and prayer, is sowing seeds of a bountiful harvest. God is not only the creator of the universe, He is also the restorer of stories that seem lost. He wastes nothing, not your pain, not your efforts, not your dreams. As divine messengers, we want you to understand that your gifts, your vision, and your talent for entrepreneurship are not coincidences. They were placed inside you for a specific purpose. Even when the market seems relentless, when the economy is rocking and you feel like you're navigating rough waters, know that there is a helmsman steering your ship, and he never lost a battle. The difficulties you face today may feel like giant waves trying to sink you, but look beyond that. See the possibility that these waves are not here to destroy you, but to teach you how to navigate in a wiser, more strategic way, and above all, with more trust in the God who even controls the winds and the sea. You were not meant to be defeated. You were made to overcome, to thrive, to impact. When God looks at you, He doesn't just see the numbers on your financial statement or the accumulated debts. He sees a potential leader, someone who can use his experience and his struggles to inspire others, to create something that goes beyond profits and losses. Your company can be a tool in his hands to bless lives, to bring solutions, to be a beacon of hope in a world that is often dominated by the darkness of unbridled competition and greed. What if this moment was the turning point? What if this apparent bankruptcy was actually the beginning of a new story, a story that you can't yet imagine, but that is being written perfectly? God is rearranging the pieces of your puzzle, and even though everything seems like chaos right now, trust that He is seeing the whole picture. He already knows how everything will fit together. Now is the time to take hold of His promises. Declare that despite the difficulties, you are a prosperous businessman. Declare that your future is in God's hands and that He is guiding every decision you make. Declare that the blessings are already in motion, even if you don't see them yet. God's word never returns void, and when you speak in faith, you are aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with His power. Don't be afraid to dream again. Don't be afraid to try something new, to look for new ways of leading, of innovating. God is the greatest innovator there is, and He has placed within you a spark of that divine creativity. Allow yourself to explore ideas that you may have kept deep in your heart out of fear or insecurity. This may be the time to bring them to light. We angels are around you, holding you up in moments of weakness, breathing courage when discouragement tries to bring you down. The entire sky moves in your favor, opening paths that seem blocked, bringing resources you thought would never arrive, connecting you with people who have exactly what you need for the next step. And when the miracle happens, because it will happen, you will see that it went far beyond what you imagined. What God is preparing is not just a restoration to what was before, but an elevation to something much greater. You will be a living testimony of His faithfulness, and other business owners facing similar challenges will look to you and find hope. Your story will be the inspiration they need. So move on, persevere, build with faith, with courage, with vision. God is with you, and we are by your side, ensuring that you are not alone on this path. Keep trusting, keep walking, because the best is yet to come. Remember that God specializes in transforming valleys of tears into fields of victory. Your journey of pain and loss will not be wasted, as each difficult moment is shaping you to become an even stronger, wiser, more compassionate version of who you were created to be. This is how He works, transforming ashes into beauty, despair into hope, and defeats into triumphs that glorify His name. Sometimes you may wonder, why is this happening to me? Why my business, my dream, my effort? As divine messengers, we want you to know that you are not being punished or abandoned. God is teaching you to depend on Him in ways you never thought possible. He is showing you that even the darkest circumstances can be used as a stepping stone to something greater. And this phase, although painful, is a bridge to the extraordinary. You are not just facing a financial or professional crisis, you are being prepared to lead in a new way. God is removing what no longer serves, what does not align with the perfect plans He has for you. He is expanding your vision, strengthening your resilience, and teaching you to trust Him, not systems or strategies that can fail. This trust will be the foundation upon which you rebuild not just a business, but a life of eternal impact. There is something powerful that happens when you give your fears and uncertainties to God. When you place your empty hands before Him, He fills them with resources, wisdom, and strategies that transcend what you can imagine. Maybe it's time to stop trying to control everything, trying to resolve every detail alone, and just trust. Surrender the weight, the frustration, the feeling of failure, and see how He turns it all into a story of redemption. You may be wondering how to start over, especially when everything seems to have fallen apart. Here's the secret: start with God. Before drawing up a new business plan, before seeking investors or new ideas, bend your knees and ask for divine guidance. Invite the Creator to be your senior partner, your mentor, the architect of the new chapter of your life. He wants to be part of every decision, every dream, every action you take from now on. God has a unique path for you, and He is preparing you for something that goes far beyond simple financial recovery. He is calling you to a greater purpose, to use your experience as a testimony of His goodness, to be a channel of blessings to others facing similar challenges. Your journey can be a turning point in the lives of many people who need hope, a living example that it is possible to start over and prosper with God. The angels that accompany you are witnesses of the promises that God has already made about your life, and we are here to remind you that these promises will not fail. Even if you don't see the path, even if doubts try to paralyze you, God is working. He's bringing unexpected connections, opening doors that no one can close, and closing those that would not lead you to the purpose He has for you. Believe me, the process is as important as the destination. This time of reconstruction is an invitation to deepen your intimacy with God, to learn to hear His voice more clearly, to allow Him to refine your dreams and broaden your vision. The challenges you face today are preparing you to sustain tomorrow's success, to handle blessings with wisdom, humility, and gratitude. And when the wind of divine providence blows over your life again, because it will be something so great that you will know without a shadow of a doubt that it was God who did it. It will not just be a return to the starting point, it will be a leap into something much bigger, more meaningful, and more aligned with the purpose for which you were created. It will be a living testimony that He is faithful, even in the most difficult times. So keep your head up, take a deep breath, and keep taking steps of faith. God is not done writing your story, and what He has prepared is infinitely better than anything you can imagine. The best is yet to come, and you are heading straight towards it. You are walking through terrain that seems challenging, but which, in God's eyes, is fertile for miracles. Every step you take, every effort you make to move forward, even in the midst of adversity, is paving the way to a transformative future. God is designing something new, something that will go beyond your expectations, because He is not a God of limitations. He is the God of the impossible. Now, I want you to visualize something, rebuilding your company like a tree planted next to rivers of living waters. At first, it may just seem like a small, fragile seed, but over time, as you water that seed with faith, perseverance, and obedience to divine direction, it grows. Its roots go deep, finding strength and sustenance where there once seemed to be none. And soon it will become a robust tree, full of fruit, sheltering and nurturing many lives around it. This tree is a reflection of what God is doing in you. He is not just taking you to a place of provision, He is turning you into a channel of provision. Your business will not only be a source of financial sustenance, but a source of impact, inspiration, and blessing. You will see that what seemed lost will become a bridge to something much bigger, much more meaningful. Often, in moments of greatest difficulty, we are tempted to question our worth. You may be wondering, am I really capable? Do I have what it takes to get through this? God's answer is clear and firm. You have been chosen, chosen to win, to prosper, to lead, not by your own merits, but by His power and grace operating in your life. As God's messengers, we are here to remind you that every talent, every idea, and every skill you possess was given by Him for a purpose. None of this was by chance. Even failures, mistakes, and difficult moments are part of a bigger plan. God is a master at using what seems broken to create something extraordinary. He is taking the fragments of your life and molding them into a masterpiece. Have you ever stopped to think that this period of difficulty could be preparing you for something you never would have imagined? Maybe it's a new business model, a revolutionary idea, or a strategic partnership that would only be possible because you went through this moment. God is expanding your vision, teaching you to dream again, but from a heavenly perspective. And as you walk, we angels are all around you, holding your hands in moments of weariness, whispering words of encouragement when doubt tries to creep in. Believe me, all of heaven is invested in your success because your success reflects the glory of God. He delights in seeing you triumph, not just because He is generous, but because He wants to use your life as a living testimony of what is possible when we trust Him fully. Don't give up now. Keep moving forward. Keep trusting. Even when it seems like nothing is happening, know that God is working behind the scenes. It's moving pieces, opening paths, and bringing resources in ways you can't predict. He is aligning people, ideas, and opportunities that, when the time is right, will reveal themselves as essential parts of the plan. And remember, you're not just being called upon to rebuild your company. You are being called to be a light that shines in the darkness, showing other business owners, colleagues, and even competitors that there is hope, that it is possible to start over, that God is faithful. When success comes, because it will come, don't forget who supported you in the valley. Use your story to inspire, to help others rise up, to be a voice of encouragement and faith. Your journey is not just yours. It is a living testimony of the power of God at work in the earth. You are stronger than you think, more capable than you know, and more loved than you can understand. Keep walking, dear businessman, because God's best is yet to come. You will see the goodness of the Lord in every detail, in every victory, in every door that will open. The miracle is already on the way, and we are at your side, whispering the Father's promises to your heart. Imagine the day when you look back and see clearly the purpose of every tear, of every moment of uncertainty. All of this will have served as a firm foundation, as the basis of something extraordinary that God is building in your life. It will not just be a company restored, but a life transformed, a legacy left, a living example of what it means to walk by faith. In this process, God is not just restoring what was lost, He is multiplying. He is a God of abundance, not scarcity. When He works, what once seemed insufficient becomes more than enough. It takes the weakest areas and turns them into sources of strength. What was once a reason for shame will become a reason for celebration, because it will be proof of His power working in you. As entrepreneurs, we often carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. We feel a responsibility to take care of our families, our employees, our customers. But God invites you now to cast this weight on Him. He did not call you to carry it alone. He wants to be your business partner, your advisor, your mentor. He wants you to trust Him with every decision, every step, every challenge. And that's where faith becomes the key to opening doors you never imagined. Faith is not just believing in better days. It's acting as if those days were already reality. It's making plans, making decisions, and taking steps, even when the vision is still blurry. It's believing that God is aligning everything in your favor, even when the evidence seems to point otherwise. Do you realize how much bigger this is than just rebuilding a company? You are being called to a higher level of trust, a deeper relationship with God, a mission that transcends profit and the bottom line. You are being shaped to be a reference, a leader who not only thrives, but who transforms lives around you. On your journey, God will continue to place people in your path, mentors, partners, clients, and even competitors who will challenge you to grow. Some of these encounters will seem casual, but they will be orchestrated by God Himself. Be aware of these connections. Listen to advice. Be willing to learn, because humility is the soil where the greatest seeds of success flourish. Be intentional about seeking divine wisdom. Pray before every decision. Ask for discernment. Allow God to reveal to you what goes beyond the appearance of things. Not all open doors are opportunities, and not all difficulties are signs of defeat. With God, every situation carries a hidden lesson or blessing, and as you move forward, remember to nourish your soul. Don't allow work to steal your peace, your joy, your connection with what really matters. Take time to be with your family, to take care of yourself, to reconnect with your deepest values. God doesn't just want you to prosper. He wants you to prosper fully, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and financially. The journey may still seem long, but I want you to know that you will never be alone. We are by your side, whispering divine truths to your heart, reminding you that, even in the darkest nights, God's light never goes out. Every step you take, no matter how small it may seem, is bringing you closer to a glorious destination. And when the day comes, the day when the miracle manifests, when the restoration is complete, may your heart overflow with gratitude. Don't forget to share your story, because it will be the key that will open doors of hope for others who are where you were. Your life will be a testimony that God not only restores, but transforms, multiplies, and blesses beyond any human measure. Keep walking, because the best is yet to come. We are with you, celebrating every small victory and eagerly waiting to see you enjoy the abundance that God has in store for you. You're not just rebuilding your company, you are building a heavenly legacy. Move forward with courage and faith, because the whole of heaven is rooting for you. And as you move forward, remember that God did not choose you by chance. He saw something special in you, a unique ability to transform not only your own reality, but that of so many other people. Her story will be a beacon of hope for those who also face the storm, proving that no matter how broken something seems, in God's hands there is always restoration. You are part of a bigger plan, a purpose that goes beyond profits or financial statements. God wants to use your life as a living example of what it means to trust Him even when all seems lost. The difficulties you faced were like fire that purifies gold. Difficult, yes, but necessary to reveal the strength, resilience, and faith that were within you all along. Now, look around. See the new perspective He is giving you. Every challenge you overcame brought wisdom. Every apparent loss taught you to value the right things, and every moment of despair was an opportunity for you to draw closer to Him. It wasn't in vain. Nothing was in vain. God is creating something powerful in you, something that cannot be shaken by the storms of life. He is building a leader, someone who not only knows success, but who lives and promotes kingdom principles, integrity, generosity, compassion, and purpose. Your company will not just be a place of transactions, it will be a place of transformation. Imagine how many lives will be impacted by what you are building. Employees will find dignity in their jobs. Customers will receive more than products or services. They will receive a piece of the love and excellence that God is pouring out through you. Business partners will see you as someone trustworthy, someone guided by unwavering values, and you won't need to worry about competition or the market, because God is the provider of all things. He will guide you to innovative strategies, creative solutions, and connections that will open doors where there were only walls before. He will take you to places where your influence will be magnified, because he knows you will use that influence to honor his name. Still, there will be days when you are tempted to look back, to wonder if it was all worth it. There will be times when fatigue will try to steal your strength, but in these moments, return to the altar. Remember who called you, who supported you this far. Strengthen your faith, because God has never failed and will not start now. Keep planting good seeds, even when the results are not immediate. God is a God of cycles and harvests, and he has promised that whatever you sow in faith, you will reap in abundance. Stay strong, because harvest season is closer than you think. And when abundance comes, because it will, remember where your strength came from. Use each blessing not just for your own joy, but to spread God's love. Be a channel, not a reservoir. Allow the blessings to flow through you, reaching others who also need hope, help, a word of encouragement. You won't just survive this phase, you will prosper. You will become someone whose life is living proof of what is possible when we put God at the center. And when others ask you how you did it, you will say, "It was God. He is faithful. He is good. He is the reason for it all." We, the angels assigned to accompany you, will continue by your side. Our mission is to remind you of the promise, encourage you on difficult days, and celebrate with you in victories. We are here, invisible to human eyes, but always present, whispering divine truths into your heart. Move forward, for God's best is before you. Believe me, this is not the end of your story, but the beginning of a glorious chapter. God doesn't just want to restore you. He wants to take you beyond what you imagined. Courage. We are with you, and God is ahead, opening the way to a life filled with purpose, fulfillment, and miracles. Have you ever noticed that life has a way of teaching lessons that we only understand when we are ready? All the challenges, losses, and sleepless nights were not in vain. God was shaping you. He allowed you to face difficult times so that you could understand something profound. Everything comes from him, and everything must be for him. You have been called to a greater purpose, not just to rebuild your company, but to transform your mindset. God is inviting you to think as he thinks, to see beyond the obvious, and to believe that even the impossible can happen when you align yourself with the divine plan. Imagine yourself now as a living example of God's grace. Your life, your company, and your story will be witnesses of what happens when someone decides to trust God completely. It won't just be about numbers and results, it will be about impact. People will be inspired by you, by your courage, by your unshakable faith. They will see that even in the darkest moments there is light, and that light comes from God. The angels that accompany you know the battles you face every day. They see the difficult decisions, the moments when the weight seems unbearable, but they also see something you may have forgotten, your strength. That strength that comes from your faith. That courage that keeps you standing, even when everything seems to fall apart. And it is this strength that God is multiplying in you now. God is teaching you to trust him not just as a savior, but as your provider, your counselor, your guide. He wants you to understand that your human limitations are not obstacles to what he can do. When you give the little you have, he multiplies. When you admit you don't have all the answers, he reveals wisdom. When you put everything in his hands, miracles happen, and the restoration he is preparing will not be small. He is a God of abundance. What he has in store for you is beyond your imagination. He is aligning people, resources, and opportunities that will transform your situation. But more importantly, he is transforming you. He is preparing you to be a leader who not only thrives, but who inspires others to thrive as well. Think of each decision you make as a seed. Every time you choose to act with honesty, integrity, and faith, you are planting something that will bear fruit at the right time. And God is faithful. He will not leave any good seed unharvested. His timing is perfect, and the harvest will be abundant. In the meantime, stay strong. There will be days when discouragement will try to visit you, but remember, you are not alone. God is by your side, and the angels are ready to strengthen you. In moments of doubt, declare God's promises out loud. Remember that He is a God who keeps His promises. He is faithful, and He chose you for something great. And when the blessing comes, be generous. Use what God gives you to bless other people. Remember where you came from and how God raised you up. Each victory will be an opportunity to glorify His name, to spread hope, and to show that with God, everything is possible. Finally, don't forget to take care of your heart. Keep your connection with God alive and constant. Seek His presence daily. Let Him be the center of all your decisions, all your plans. When you do this, He guides you to places you never imagined. So move forward with courage. There is a new beginning waiting for you, a new chance to rewrite your story with God at the helm. Believe. What's coming will be bigger, better, and more incredible than anything you've ever experienced. Trust, because the heavens are moving in your favor.